We have comfortably topped our group in the Europa League, and now we are going to have to move on to facing one of these teams that qualified from the first round, and Bayern Munich are in the bunch. We're not playing it in today's episode though. We're playing against Bournemouth and I don't know who's the other team. It's not massive. Norwich. It's gonna be a good episode. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 14th episode of the FM21 Jürgen Klopp Challenge with Brighton, where today we are up in second place in the Premier League, and we are facing two sides away from home that could be potential banana skins in our current incredible form. We have not lost a football game since the last time we saw each other, so to try and give us some luck, and before we go any further into this video, make sure you do smash the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing to the Brighton FM YouTube channel. 800 subscribers before FM22. It's not too much to ask. Let's make sure it happens. We're going back to like targets. Let's get 8 on today's video. And let's take a look at what has happened since last time we saw each other. All I do is win, is what has happened, including an incredible 4-0 win against Liverpool. I should have had that as the teaser. Not what I did. It was a terrible teaser. I imagine like 15, 20 people clicked off. And there's a good chance you clicked off. No, actually, there's no chance you've clicked off because you're listening to this. Moving on, we then beat Aston Villa away from home, 5-0 win to solidify our place in the top spot of the Europa League. Then we beat Leeds 2-0 and Wolves 2-1 in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Now we're playing 2 more games against Manchester City in the semi-final. And no, I am not looking forward to either of them. However, I am looking forward to this game as it is an important one because we could go within 6 points of Manchester United and go to, what, maths quickly coming, 3 points ahead of Tottenham. That should not have been so hard, but we've got 2 games in hand on them. But to be fair, Arsenal have a game in hand on us, so they could easily catch us up. But if we win this game, we'll make it more difficult for them, and this is the squad that we're going with for it. Ward-Prowse's injury apparently is okay. He's one of our most important players, so I'm hoping he'll be absolutely fine. But I am tempted to just play Dele Alli. I'm going to do it. I don't want to aggravate an injury. He's too good of a player for us. I'm sorry. It's got to happen for us. Aside from that, we don't have anyone else too massive injured, apart from Koopman Miners and Neil Maupay. So 2 big players out, but we'll make do. We've still got a very good squad at hand right now, and you can take a look at it if you want. But I'm going straight into the game against Bournemouth. By the way, time check. It is 5:13. So I've got like a good 3 hours and 15 minutes before I need to upload this video. So I'm calm today. It's not going to be 13 minutes. Well, it could be 13 minutes. Who knows? You know, it depends on how many highlights we see in these games. And based off what we've been seeing in the last few occurrences for my games off camera, it's probably going to be quite a few games in this episode, goals in this episode. Unfortunately, not any coming in this game so far, as we've now seen the first highlight, and it's Bournemouth going down in the box, but getting back up and scoring. That's not what I wanted to begin this game. I really did think that this would be, I knew that on paper this would be a very easy one, but I had a feeling that this could be a banana skin, and I don't want it to end up being one, as they play it back simply, put it in simply, and finish it simply. And now we're 1-0 down, but we could be bouncing straight back as we have our first chance of the game. Guinea into White into Bissouma, and we're moving forward straight away. McAllister trying to find some space, plays it back. You got to go backwards to go forward sometimes. McAllister, Dele Alli, Edwards, he's in on goal, and he's a bit wide. I don't know if I would have personally shot that. And we've had 2 chances and 2 shots within a very short space of time. But statistically speaking, it's been a bland affair, and neither side have really lit the world alight. Although that goal that they scored, I would consider to be a much higher XG than 0.42. And Dele Alli, the man I brought on to stop Ward-Prowse from getting injured any further, has just gotten injured. So there's a beautiful sense of irony there. I don't see any beauty in the sense that we are losing this game 1-0 at halftime against a team that we should definitely be beating. So I'm going to tell them I'm far from pleased with the performance out there. But Bournemouth are down, they're in 11th place right now, and that's based off the fact that they're beating us, and I thought that they were going to get another headed goal into the back of the net there, but luckily they haven't, and we've picked it up. McAllister, hidden it long, not finding anyone there, but at least they are in their half and we could be winning it back. A poor clearance is going to do exactly that. Lamptey is going to play it back to our goalkeeper, I believe. No, he plays it into Aguina. I don't mind that. Bissouma up to McAllister. McAllister over to Edwards. Edward, who is still our top goal scorer for the club. Very good player this season. But likes to shoot from unrealistic positions. And I'm not saying that I dislike him because of it. But it's probably a trait I despise the most. Because, one, it's just never going in the back of the net. And two, it just wastes our time. And I think it's happening again. It's happening again. At least he's won a corner. At least he's worked out how to get that one on target. But it's never going to be a goal. I don't get excited by it. I see it happening as they come into this midfield area. I know what's about to happen. And it's never a goal. It's never a goal. And he's been injured. And I think that's slightly karmeristic from Football Manager to get him injured because of that terrible shot that he's taken. And we're going to bring Demarai Gray on, who has had a bit of a record of not doing great from coming into the Premier League squad, although he has been insane in the Europa League and in the Carabao Cup. So I'm hoping he brings some sort of form to help us get a win here with only 15 minutes to go. A point isn't even what we want, but I think a point is what we're going to have to take, even if we are going to get that. What's the word? There's a phrase, but it doesn't matter because Demarai Gray has just scored. After I talk about how he's not been good in the Premier League, he proves me wrong, scores on the left-hand side, and gets us back onto level terms. And I'm staying on that positive mentality to try and score another goal. And I'm going to make a substitute to try and make sure that does happen. McAllister is going to be the man to come off. He's too tired. We don't want tired players in there. Salcedo's coming on. Gray's moving on to the right-hand side. Confusion all round for the opposition side. And can we get one last opportunity? 5 minutes of additional time. I'm going to encourage the boys. And we're going to hope that we see one last hurrah for the Brighton side. Yeah, it hasn't happened. I was really building that up and hoping that there would be a final minute goal. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. And I've said it was unlucky. I'm unhappy with that. I don't know why I've beaten around the bush there and been generous to them. I'm fuming. This is not a good performance. But it is good that Demarai Gray's come off the bench and scored a goal. We also got injuries there. Dele Alli's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Edwards is out for 3 to 4 weeks. I think Demarai Gray might have to start the next game just because of injury options that we do have. But at least it's a slightly easier opponent. Even though Bournemouth shouldn't have been a hard opponent in the first place. But we're now versing 15th place. Not Wolves. Norwich City. Come on. Let's get a win. That's just ruined our win streak. So we've got to get back onto a roll before we go into the January transfer window. Which, by the way, is coming up. Don't miss next episode. We'll be doing that. At least we are still in second place. As we didn't manage to get the points. It's still enough to keep us within the title contention for this year, although 11 points away from Manchester United, it's a lot. We could take it down to 8 though, and that wouldn't be horrendous, wouldn't be ideal though. And this is the team that we're going with for it. We're bringing Owen back on the left. I don't think I had him the last game, which wasn't exactly intentional, but it's something that I've done, and this is the team that we're going with around him. Salcedo on the left, Gray on the right, Ward-Prowse back into midfield. Aside from that, exact same lineup, apart from Owen back at left back. I think I had Bernardo. I must have. They're both really good options, to be fair. So you can't really have too much judgment for me. Finally, we've got Maupay back from injury on the bench. Who else did I bring? I brought someone else into the bench. I do not remember. So yeah, you're just not going to know, boys and girls. Oh, Bentaleb. Bentaleb is on the bench as well today. But it doesn't seem like it's going quite the way we want it once again in this game. 24 minutes gone, 3 shots to us, 1 shot to them, and no highlights being shown. And you expect a wee bit better from us. We've played very well over the last wee period of time. I want to see us scoring goals. Maybe it's just a good defensive performance so far by the Norwich boys, and maybe we're going to crack it here as Ben White plays it forward to Bissouma. Bissouma into Edouard, into Demarai Gray, and he showed he can score in the last game. Is he going to score again? No! Oh, it's Salcedo that takes the shot in the end, not Demarai Gray, obviously. I wasn't trying to fool everyone into thinking that was Demarai Gray, but I really did think he was going to finish it, but unfortunately it's just hit the woodwork, and it does show a wee bit of desire, a wee bit of ability from our boys, but not quite enough skill and precision and finishing to get it into the back of the net. However, we do have once again another opportunity. Lamptey into Bissouma. Ward-Prowse on the edge of the box. He loves that area, but he doesn't shoot it. But this time it's Salcedo shooting it again, and it's the same result. The woodwork, the left-sided woodwork, and he's played brilliantly. He's just not quite kept those shots into the right-hand side of the goal and into the back of the net. And we have been much the better side out here. However, I'm not happy with the performance. We've got to be scoring at least one of those chances, especially you, Salcedo. Not even getting the ball there. And I don't want to see an opportunity for them straight away in the second half. That would be a terrible way to start it. And it could be happening as Aarons plays it into their central midfielder, into Cantwell. And we have conceded after just 30 seconds of the second half. And that is the worst way to start after having an absolutely dominating first half performance where we really should have scored. And now we're completely down and out once again, just like in the last game against Bournemouth. And I don't know if we're going to claw our way back into this one. I don't know what to do substitution-wise. We have a chance going on in the background. I think I'm going to I have to make a substitution, don't I? It's going to be Murray's to come on. And we're going to do a wee switcheroo, bringing Murray's onto that right-hand side. It worked last time. We'll see what Gray can do on the left-hand side. Murray's an inverted winger. I don't know if that's the best position for him, but it's what we're doing. And there's a man right there, and it goes to him, but luckily it's blocked. It's back into the mixer, and Lamptey clears it out. Is this our chance? I think it is. Edouard playing it forward, trying to find a man. He finds Salcedo. This could be his final contribution. Make it good. It wasn't good. We've lost the ball, and that is all she wrote for Eddie Salcedo in this game. But there's still 20 minutes to go, and we're going positive now. Whether or not we score from this opportunity, whether or not we concede, we're going positive to try and get the win here. Aguene into Bissouma, into Ward-Prowse, moving it forward as we like to be doing. Of course, he moves it back as soon as I say that, but we're still attacking the goal. McAllister over to Gray, who's got space. He's got the ability. He doesn't have the finish, though. And it's Matty Ryan, the player that we had in our team last year, who looks like he's going to be making a great appearance against his former side to get a clean sheet unless we can score here and potentially get ourselves back into the winning position. And Demarai Gray, how is he not offside? It's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. But I don't care because that shot is beyond the goalkeeper. And Edouard, I imagine, is not trying to find Gray in there. I imagine Ryan is not expecting him to nod it in. But I could not care less. We're 1-1 on this game, and are we going to get a winner in the last few minutes? We're going attacking. Last time I was staying on a positive mentality. We're going to encourage them, and we're going to make some tactical substitutions, some tactical changes. It's going to be an inside forward, McAllister, for Murray, and we're going to bring Maupay on to go as a striker as well. We're putting everything on the line here. Complete forward for this man. No, actually, complete forward for Edouard. I feel like that suits him a wee bit better. And we've still got one more change. It's going to be Bentaleb. He doesn't get a lot of appearances, but when he does, he doesn't play that insanely well. Otherwise, he probably would have more appearances. But he could be making a great appearance here as we have a chance. It's Zaha putting it in, but we win it straight back. But we give it straight back to them. And it's Buendia putting it in, and our goalkeeper saves it comfortably. Surely this is an attacking opportunity for us now. Clears it long. Are we going to win the knockdown? We don't win the knockdown, and they're running forward, and I do not like this at all. But the shot is miles wide of the post. There's still 3.5 minutes to go. If there's one more opportunity, surely it's going to be a goal-scoring one. There wasn't an opportunity, and we have to accept the fact that we weren't good enough in either one of those games. 2 1-all draws, and when you're fighting for European football, when you're fighting for a title, that is horrendous, especially against two sides that are easily beatable. It's just the fact that we were away from home that we even let any sort of points drop there. And once again, in the next game, we've gone away from home game from a mid-table side, Newcastle United. I'm hoping that we get back to winning ways off camera. But for now, I'm going to simulate all of these games off camera. And we'll come back for the Fulham and Manchester United game. Maybe we'll come back for the Man City and Manchester United game, depending on how this first league goes. But I'm fully expecting us to completely bottle that and go out. So it'll be the January transfer window next episode. Make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you subscribe to the Rex FM YouTube channel. Make sure you do like this video as well. And I'll see you all later.